My name is Seth Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this. Alright guys, so let's go into Photoshop and then Control N. Let's keep it at 1500 pixels, 1500 pixels, resolution to 72. Let's use pixels per inch, and then let's set it to RGB, and then let's just name it church flyer. You could also use this particular flyer for meetings and corporate as well. So let's set our rulers. Alright guys, so now with that done, let's start with our guest. We want to pick this rectangular tool and then just hold shift and then draw something. You could also let go of the shift if you want to create a rectangle and not a square. So something like this is quite good. We can change the color over here and then let's set it to, let's just say black. So now let's go and pick our image. Let's pick Pastor Mensa Otabel and let's drag him in there. Okay. Now right click and then create clipping mask. This places the image into the box. You can resize it the way you want. Also, we want it to be black and white. And so what we are going to do is we click over here and then look for black and white, and then click over here to clip it to the image. So that way you see, let's make it invisible. That way it's in there. Second thing we could also do is to give it a little bit curves, just to bring the darks out, but that depends on you, just a little bit. And then click on the rectangle again. Let's draw a little bit over here. Right click over here and then create clipping mask. This way we place it inside the image. Double click it and let's change the color. Let's use okay, so something like this is quite good. And then let's type the name of the person. Then drag it up. I want to put it here in the box. Click on the character. If you don't have it, go to the Windows and then click over here. It will pop up for you to use. We want to use Helvetica. Now if you do not have it, I'm going to leave a link to all the fonts in the description for you to use, so you don't need to worry at all. And then let's set it to regular here. Let's set the tracking to 80. Also, we want to make sure this is selected. Let's keep it in white. And then the font size, let's set it to 41. Let's keep the box a little smaller. Just a little smaller. So you can resize it to, your own preference. And then find out which one works well for you. Also adjust the image a little bit. So this looks perfect for me. Now we could also pick the other text as well. Duplicate this one, bring it down. Let's change the color black so that we can see it clearly. Double click on the T and then let's change it. Also click here to make sure it's in small letters. You're going to use Helvetica as usual. You're going to leave it at regular, but let's change the font size to 28. And then the tracking is at 80. We set it to black, and that is how we want it to be. Alright, so now let's send it up. Also make sure it's between, you know, the distance here is the same distance over here. That's how we want it to be. Now put everything in a folder, and then let's name it Mensa Otabel. Otabel. Okay. Duplicate it and then drag it here to the right side. Give it a little space. Okay. Just a little space. Now duplicate the two folders and then drag it to the other side. Okay. You want to make sure all of them falls within the middle of the line we just created, or the ruler. Now that's great. This is how we want it to be. So now we can go into each and every single one of them and then edit the information. This one is also Bishop Ajinasari. Let's name the folder so that we don't forget. And then Bishop Ajinasari. Okay. Now this is the image. We want to replace the image. So let's go in there and pick Bishop Ajinasari. And then resize it. Also click here and then create clipping mask to fit it in there perfectly. Let's go back to Pastor Mensa Otabel. Let's increase him a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. Let's go back and then pick Emmanuel Akun. And then go here. Paste it there so that we know that's the folder that we are going to use. Over here as well. Paste it there. Now we need to change the image. Drag the image in there and then resize it. Now delete this one and then create clipping mask. You know what? Let's go back to Pastor Mensa Otabel. And then let's increase. Let's do increase it. And then we want to go back to Ajinasari. See whether we can reduce this image. Most of the time, you need to. Okay, I'm using the wrong one. We need to delete that one. This is this image. Most of the time, you need to make sure the images are proportionate to one another. You know, makes it quite realistic. Alright, so this is it. And then Pastor Akuntu, we need to send his image a little bit up. Okay. Now the last person is Ebu White. Very prominent person in my country. Let's change the name over here as well. Quite simple. But it's not a bishop, so let's change it as well over here. And then that is pretty much it. Let's put everything in a folder. So click here, click here, click here, click here. And then let's rename it Guest. The next thing we want to work on is the theme. And the theme is marriage. Let's paste it in there. Let's change the color. We also want to make sure this is off. And then let's go for different font. Let's use Ananda Black. Now let's come back and make sure here is regular. Also set the font size to 295. Great. And then want to make sure here is minus 60. Click on your move to, and then try and then move it. You can bring your rulers to keep it in the middle. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's keep it in the middle of it. Okay, so as you can see, it's outside the box. Let's try and keep it in the box or in the line that we created. Let's go back to the guest. We forgot Uncle Abu White's image. Go and then pick the image and then drag it in there. Resize it and then drag it in there. And then delete the one underneath. Click on his picture and then create clipping mask. Now as usual, adjust his image to be proportionate with the other ones as well. Alright. Click here and let's add more text to it. The mind of God concerning marriage. Alright, now click over here. Let's choose the font. Let's use Cambria. Let's set the font to 40, font size to 47. Also, let's make it bold. And then let's make it capital letters or uppercase only. And then let's change the font to color black, font color to color black. Click on the move tool and then just find a way to position it over there. Let's send it to 0 and let's see how it will look like. Alright, so send the tracking to 0. Awesome. Let's put it in the folder and let's call it gospel. Now let's create our logo. So we can click here and then type the name of the company or the church or whatever it is that is organizing the program. Click here, let's set it to color black. And then let's use Cambria as well. Let's also make it bold, not regular. And then let's change the font to 27. Let's take this bold off. And then let's make it color black as well. Want to drag it somewhere here. Duplicate it and bring the other one down. Want to zoom in to see it clearly. Let's pick the rest of the details. Ministries International. And then paste it in there. But we don't want it to look too bold as well. So let's leave it at Cambria. Let's make it bold like this. But let's change the font size and that will do the trick for us. Also, let's set the tracking to 65. And then voila. Turn it up like that. And then bring our logo itself, the logo image. Drag it in there. And then resize it. But the logo is color white. The only way we can change it to color black is to go for the layer whatever this is, right? Let's go to the blending options and then click on color overlay and then click here and then set it to black. Quite simple, right? Now drag it in there. You also want to make sure that it is not too big and it's not too small. And this looks great. So let's put everything in a folder and let's name it logo. Control T, and then let's keep it in the middle of the line. Drag it down a little bit. Let's see how it looks like. Now let's work on the venue. Click here and then paste it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now let's go here. Let's change it to Franklin Gothic Heavy. Let's set it to regular. Let's set the font size to 54. Let's set the tracking to 40. And then let's set the color to 7F0B74. That's what we'll be using. Position it somewhere here. We would work on it later on. Let's just position it here, somewhere here. Duplicate it and drag it down. Pick the rest of the detail. Resurrection Temple. Add enter. And then want to make this one color black. Also, we are going to change the font itself. Let's use Franklin Gothic Medium, and that means we need to scroll down a little bit. Franklin Gothic Medium. I'm going to leave a link to all these fonts in the description for you to use. Let the font size be 29, and then let's keep the tracking at 100. Also make sure it's color black as well. Duplicate it and then send it down again. Let's pick the rest of the details of the direction to the place. Let's paste it there. And then let's use a different font again. Let's use Franklin Gothic Book. Let's change the font size to 18, and then the tracking, let's set it to 170. Also, let's make sure it is black as well, and then reposition it. Let's zoom in to see it clearly. Position it well. We could put these three in a folder and then call it venue. But then the venue looks too ordinary. Let's give it a little design. So somewhere like this. Let's double click here, and let's make it color black. Duplicate it. Click on the move tool and then drag it down. Okay. Let's pick it again and create something like this. Then drag it here. And then type venue. But I won't do that. That's the long process. I'll just pick it over here. And then paste it. Change the font to color white. Ctrl T to see where it is, and then move it up. Now let's work on the font of the venue. We want to make sure it is Century we are using. You can scroll down a little bit. Century that we are using. Let's keep it at regular, and then the font should be 21. Let's also make it let's make it bold, and then let's keep it at white as well. Let's make here 0. Okay, let's drag it down, keep it somewhere in the middle. Keep it in a folder, and then or in a group, and then let's call it venue bar. Right, let's see. because that's what it is. It's just a venue bar. We want to duplicate. Click, close it, go to venue. Let's duplicate kingdom. Duplicate it, then drag it out of it. Make sure it is totally out of it, and then release it. Click on move tool and then move it to the other side. So now let's go and then let's pick when Wednesday and Sunday, and then let's paste it there. Let's keep it at Franklin Gothic heavy. Let's keep the font at 54. Also make it regular, the font size at 54, and then the tracking is 40, exactly the same. Also make sure here is click, and then also want to make sure the color is the same. So basically that is it. Also let's come back to resurrection, duplicate it and drag it out of it. Click on your move tool and then move it there. Let's pick 1st to 5th September and then paste it there. Click on your move tool and then send it up. Click here. We don't want it to be in capital letters, so this is how it's going to be. Let's keep it somewhere in the middle as much as we can. Okay, something like this looks cool. Let's duplicate the resurrection again, and then let's drag it there, and then let's pick weekday and then paste it there. Keep here like this. We could set another ruler over here. Okay, I know there's an easy way of doing it, but old habits die hard. I like doing it like this. I like doing it like this. So like this is cool. Duplicate it, bring it down, and then pick Sunday as well and paste it there. Also keep it like that, and then let's pick this, and then let's just create a black box. Now drag it under those two texts and then double click here. From here going, let's set to color white. The same thing to this. From here going should be color white. Awesome. Also want to reposition that box well, and then send this and this a little bit in front. The box needs to go like that. Okay, so let's keep this and this in one folder. Let's call it date and time. Let's zoom out and let's see. Okay, so let's keep it quite closer to it. And then let's keep 1, 2 together. Let's zoom in to see it very well and position it such a way that it falls in the middle of everything. Now let's fix the other details as well. So let's pick this one, click on your text tool, then paste it there. Change the color to color black, and then let's change the font Franklin Gothic medium. Let's set it to regular. The font size, let's make it 20. The tracking should be 100. Let's keep it italic, and then let's make it black as well. So that is it. Let's zoom in to see it well. Right click here and let's choose the ellipse tool, and then create a very small circle. Click here, let's change the color to color black, and then let's push it closer. Let's keep it in the middle of the canvas. Let's keep it in the middle of the canvas. Alright. Now let's duplicate this again and then drag it down. 1, 2. Change the text and put in whatever details that you use at church or your meeting. Whatever topic you think will be discussed, you can change it and paste it there. Let's keep that one also in the middle. Duplicate it again, 1, 2, and then pick this 2. Then we paste it there, and then let's bring the circle closer to it. Duplicate it again. Let's choose this. .360 marriage, or marriage 360 degrees, and then let's bring it closer to it. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 will be selected. Let's keep it in the middle. Okay. So it looks well organized, but then we need to make sure, let's keep all these ones also in the folder. We need to make sure we do the placement of it on the flyer right, so that it looks quite good. Let's call this one details. When it's scattered too much, it doesn't look beautiful, so make sure that you are not too scattered. So let's drag the details up a little bit. Then let's drag the details, the date, the venue bars, and then the venue closer to the text as well. Now it looks together, doesn't look too apart, and this makes it awesome. So do that to all your flyers. Your flyers, they are too distant from each other, doesn't look nice, and so make sure they are all coming together and the distance between them are almost the same. So this one is the contact information. We want to use one particular font, that is Trajan. I'm going to leave that also in the description for you to use. You use Trajan Pro. We are going to keep it at bold. We want to make sure the italics is off. Let's set the font to 26, and then let's make it quite spacious. So the tracking, let's set it to 500, and then also finally make it black over here. So Control T, and then rotate it counterclockwise. Let's position it somewhere here. You can position it anywhere here, but then you could also try to keep it in the middle of everything. If you are going to print it, don't keep it too much on the line. But then if it's just for social media, you can, because when you are printing it, sometimes they cut certain portions off. Alright, so guys, so this is how you create this particular flyer. So simple. Let's give it one more touch. Shouldn't I think we should give it one more touch. What did you say? Let's take on your brush to, and then let's pick this particular color. This already looks good, but then just to make it quite professional, so let's choose this particular color. And then maybe let's click somewhere here. You can click anywhere you want. Let's click somewhere here and let's set it to screen. So just like that. I mean, this looks good already, but just like that, it adds some beauty to it. Add some beauty to it. It's too much. Let's set it to somewhere around 80 something. 83 will do. Okay. Let's duplicate it and then send it somewhere here. Let's set it to 60. Drag it up a little bit. Okay. We could click here again and then choose another color somewhere around yellow. We'll do, let's use FD56. Somewhere around yellow will do. Let's click somewhere here. Let's set here to 60. Now when we send it to screen, it's going to make it more like white. It's going to make it more like white, and that is what I want to achieve at this particular site. So guys, so this is how you create this particular flyer. Let's put this and this and this in the folder, and then let's call it a clone. Thank you for watching. Please smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, also comment down below, let me know what you want. If you have any suggestions, want me to know what you are doing, and you want to send me some of the designs that you are creating based on what I have done so far, some of the inspirations that you have, like what Rings Media did from Zambia, please feel free to send them to me. I love you all guys. Peace out.